Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. What you're looking at is the Craigslist TRX300EX. This is 1996 vintage, and it came in with an electrical problem. I need to get this motor started. So right now the starter doesn't work. You can turn the key on, and I do have the key, and push the button and absolutely nothing happens. Before I bought it, he showed me by bypassing the starting solenoid that the starter did go around and the engine went around, and it made thump 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 sounds like it should make. So it truly does have the potential to start and run and do everything it's supposed to do. So I need to troubleshoot the electrical end of this thing, and I need, for some reason he seemed to believe the switch was no good here for the starter, and I haven't gotten that far, because what's the use of all that troubleshooting if the engine is no good? Because that's probably where I'm going to have to start, right? By getting the engine in halfway decent shape. What I did so far is I found the plug that comes out of the engine, and you see the blue wire right there, and I know that's for the pulse generator, and you see the green wire right there, and I know that's for ground. And this is my portable CDI box. This is a GY6 CDI unit in there, 12 volts. GY6 is the bike it would normally go on. It uses 12 volts as a power source. There's a spark coil in here. There's this really cool switch. Right, bang. So when you turn this on, the only thing this needs to send a spark to the spark plug is a pulse from the engine telling it when to send the spark. So that's what the pulse generator does, and you can see I have it hooked up. The red wire goes to the pulse generator, black wire goes to ground. I get another wire going to ground here. That way the loop is done for the spark coil. This is a cold start. Choke on, right, and now it should just be a matter of bypassing the starter, and hopefully she starts right up. Here, let me I'm gonna put the camera on the tire here for a moment. Hopefully it doesn't fall off, and it seems somewhat stable. Okay, let's see what she does. I think you can kind of see it sparky here. So it started. That's a good sign. Doesn't seem to be smoking. That's a good sign. The noises from the engine they sound normal, right? I don't hear any. The valves are quiet. Timing chain is quiet. I'm not hearing any thump thump or any clanging of the rod or anything. Choke is off. Choke is in a pesty position. So there's no smoke. Looks like they just put a fresh carburetor onto this thing. back on a little bit. So, I guess the next thing to do is to see if it'll shift into gear. Obviously it went into gear. Well, seemed to move. Went right back into neutral easy enough. I don't know where reverse is on this thing. So I hit the reverse lever. Yeah, oh, I gotta pull the thing up at the same time. I don't have that many hands. I guess you gotta do something with that lever. So, where are we now? We know it starts, it runs. Theoretically, I can put the seat back on it and even take it for a ride. Now I got to go through the electrical end of it. Just quickly to tell you guys what I'm thinking. You got 12 volts here, and I need to get 12 volts to the switch, because once I get 12 volts to the switch, when I turn the switch on, it does two things. It sends 12 volts to the handlebars here, which would theoretically do the lights and all that, and it'll also do this push button, which will allow me to engage the starter, engage the solenoid that engages the starter. And it would also power the ignition system. And you can kind of figure that out, because if you pull the wires that go on the back of the switch, there's only 2 wires, right? So what I need to do is disconnect these and make sure there's power on these, such that when I turn the switch on, well, there's power coming to the switch, and then when I turn the switch on, there's power going from the switch. I think this is fuses, yeah. So battery to the fuse, fuse to the switch, switch to the handlebars. Handlebars, when you push the button, it should fire the solenoid, which makes the engine start, and if it had lights, all that should be powered also. Yeah, he said the switch was no good, so I don't know. I have to get a meter and go through it all. It's going to take a few minutes. After I do that and get things set up such that I can touch the fuses and the wires and all that stuff, maybe we'll do an electrical troubleshooting video on this thing. But it's good to hear it start. I would say at this point that I got my money's worth, right? Because it starts, it runs, it looks like it's going to move without any problem. So I'm thinking I already got my money's worth. I'm already a happy camper. So there we are. Yeah, the next part is, getting things to work. Okay, everyone, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day, even if you got to walk through a foot of snow to do whatever you're trying to do. If you like this video, you know the thing, thumbs up, positive comment, and if you didn't like this video and decide to give me a thumbs down, please just tell me why. All right, bye now.